and welcome back to the Campfire. I am your host, Ryan Woodard, and I am again joined by my good friend, Vincent. You're gonna hear a lot of that in this podcast. So, he just recently got a fucking stupid soundboard. Now, we've been messing with it for the past like 2 days he's had it, but still, that's the biggest one you're gonna hear, is that one.
Can't hear the other ones, the custom ones I have, which is stupid as fuck.
You know?
I'm not gonna play it on the podcast because only
I
the
don't really
audience will hear it.
I don't trust you with that shit.
There's not, okay, maybe that one's a little bit. Yeah, I won't play that one. Can you hear it? Okay, I'm gonna play one of them right now if you can
No.
hear it. Okay, I'm assuming you didn't hear it.
No, I did not hear it.
Okay,
Let me guess, it's the custom ones?
yes.
Yeah. I don't know why. I can't hear the custom ones, but I can hear the regular Discord ones.
I don't know why either.
Let me guess, it's gonna be in the recording and I can't hear it?
Yes, it's gonna be in the
Oh
recording.
god.
So we have like 60,000 topics that
Yeah,
we came up
we have
with.
way too damn many.
Which one's even the first one? I don't remember.
If you think, okay, if you could go back to any point in time, where would you go?
1940
1940?
for late 2001.
Okay. I think we all know why. Hold on. What? Belt?
Honestly, I
I only
really
have
don't
one
know.
belt and I'm wearing it. Sorry, my brother walked in, but
All good. Honestly, I really don't know what time period I would go back to.
I think we all know why you'd want to go back to 1940 or late 2001.
That's, yeah, it's just to experience it firsthand,
Just a quick trip to a certain location.
seeing what happened to like that 2.3 trillion dollars.
Yeah, and also that one place nearby water in somewhat of an island back in 1940
I want to meet this Austrian painter.
with a
I,
silly
I really
mustache.
don't know what point I would actually go to.
Honestly, probably the 90s or the early 2000s.
Why would you go back to the 90s?
Honestly, just because everything was radical. No, freaking 90s, you had to be rad, bro.
I'd go back to what when was whenever the T-Rex still was alive. I'd go back to then.
Uh, It was the late Cretaceous, so like 80 million years to 66 million years ago.
Yeah, I'd go back there.
You'd need like a whole ass hazmat suit just to go back.
Oh,
Not even
I'm a
you.
I'm a trooper. I can handle it.
Yeah, the increased levels of oxygen and shit. Like your lungs totally wouldn't blow up from the
I'll
inside
be
out.
fine. I'm just built different.
Yeah, and also it'd be like 110 all the time.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'd cook alive before I'd take one step.
Yeah, and then there's everything that wants to kill you or could kill you.
I
Okay,
just
real
want to
shit.
I want to pet a T-Rex.
I mean, you already have a pet T-Rex essentially. Your parakeet.
I think the little shit bit me earlier today.
Yeah, okay. If that thing bit you, I think we'd all know what happened if you got a pet T-Rex. You
Yep.
just get eaten. But all seriousness though, like it would be a ridiculous time if dinosaurs, non-avian dinosaurs, not the ones we currently have now, which are avian dinosaurs. If non-avian dinosaurs still existed with us, we probably wouldn't even be where we are now. Like we'd probably still be small
We'd be
mammals just
cavemen.
wandering around. Not even. We'd probably still be small mammals just wandering around.
We could be monkeys.
Because yeah, or that monkeys. Yeah, if there was for some reason ever any form of evolution that still somewhat went to a similar route, yeah, we'd probably still just be monkeys or chimps. because their small size would probably be the only benefit we would have.
Yeah. Wait, so what is actually the time period you would want to go back to?
Honestly, still probably the 90s.
What's so special about the 90s?
I don't know. Like, I just like the aesthetic of the 90s.
Well, that's true. I don't think 60s to 70s is a little bit better. Because you got like really just classic.
That is true too. Yeah, I feel like from the late 60s to the 90s, like that era. Well, not era, but like just that whole time frame. I feel like I'd want to go back to.
Yeah. So the next topic is one thing you wish you could experience for the first time again. You got anything for that?
Honestly, I don't.
Neither do I. I thought you would have something
It's
for
kind
that,
of
so
just
that's why I asked it.
it's just it's just a random question. Like it's like, damn, what would I want to do again?
That's something that's a question we need to like think about. I really don't know what I would pick. I think actually the one thing I wish I could experience for the first time again is riding my bike down a hill.
Having a hill
Having
for the
the
first time.
yeah, but having the what do you call it? The death wobble or whatever the fuck it's called.
Death
Of just
wobble?
eating
What is?
shit. I don't
Oh,
remember what it's
well,
called, but I just ate shit down that hill. I'd experienced that for the first time again. It was fun. I think I might have talked about it on the podcast. It's the like gravel hill. I don't know if it was on the podcast or it was just like off the podcast.
don't think so.
Well, they know now.
Unless it was painful experiences. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd experienced that for the first time again. Next topic is one thing you would completely wipe from existence.
Ticks.
What do you say?
Ticks.
Uh, I'd
They're
get rid of like
fucking useless.
I'd get rid of asphalt.
Yeah, asphalt doesn't really do much either.
It makes the air hot, especially like
I know it.
really just painted black ones.
Yeah, like, and also there are studies that show that areas that do have a lot of asphalt are hotter than like just an open field of grass. Like,
Yeah, because it's
like
painted
it's
black, it's just absorbing the heat.
well, not only that, but the fact that it's essentially just fucking rock. Like it's going to absorb and obtain heat for a very, very long time. Like, it'd be like being on a cliffside in Arizona. That's literally what walking on tar here in Florida is like. It's like being in the Grand Canyon, where it's just rock and it's hot as fuck.
This is why I'm never going down south, closer to the equator.
Still want to go to the equator at some point.
I'd go there
That'd be
just to say
awesome.
I did and just go back.
Yeah, I'd cross it so I'd get the turtle shell tattoo, because that signifies you cross the equator.
I technically crossed the equator when I went to Australia.
That's true, but don't you have to like sail across the equator for that?
But yeah, I don't know the specifics.
Because I'm pretty sure it's like a naval thing.
I don't really do well with both.
I've always liked doing boats.
I don't. I get
Uh,
seasick way
if
too easy.
that's true. If there's another thing I could wipe from existence, pedophiles, creepy motherfuckers.
Or I'll see you later. Uh, yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, no, they're creepy motherfuckers. We need to get rid of them.
Actually, I'd get rid of Fortnite and TikTok. I can't pick one thing.
Yeah, TikTok, pedophiles, and ticks.
No, I
They
just
can
said
all go
TikTok.
away. Yeah, TikTok is useless. I can't even delete my account. Like I'm putting in the right password to delete it, and it won't let me get rid of it.
It's that Chinese spyware they want you to stay.
Exactly. They're like, no, American, you're staying because we want to see what you do with your daily life.
What's the next topic? Pineapple on pizza, yes or no? I want to get it.
Honestly,
What's your
honestly,
opinion?
it depends. It depends on the sauce.
Fuck you.
It depends on the fucking sauce. It
Pineapple does
depends on the
not belong
sauce.
on pizza. No, it does
If
not
it's
belong on pizza. No, 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 no. It does not belong on
if
pizza.
it's okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
Fuck no.
Fucking hear me out for a second.
Nope.
Hear me out for a second.
Nah.
Hear me out for a second.
Nope.
If it's tomato sauce, if it's tomato sauce,
Nope.
if it's tomato sauce, it's gross. If it's tomato sauce, it's gross.
It's
It
gross
sucks with tomato
regardless.
sauce. But if it's like, so you ever been to 84 Court?
Fuck is that?
It's a pizza place in Auburn on Court
I've
Street.
never heard of it.
You've never heard of it?
I live on Court Street. I've never heard of it.
Jesus, dude. Okay,
80?
well, long
Okay,
story
let me
short, they're pretty
Google it.
fucking good.
What's it
Yeah,
called?
long story short, 84 Court, 84 Court Pizzeria, Italian, something like that. Okay, long story short, they're pretty
Oh,
fucking
yes,
good.
yes, yes, yes. Okay. I didn't know the rest.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
was
know what
to
you're talking about.
say. Yeah, long story short, they're pretty fucking good. Uh, but no, they do have this pineapple pizza I tried. It's called Hannah Forest, and it's pineapple, cheese, and this like instead of tomato sauce, it's like this fucking mango
Pineapple
like
sauce.
no, it's like mango, and there's still ham on
Okay.
it too. There's still ham on it too. So it's not necessarily like the fucking grossness and high acidity of fucking tomato sauce mixed with pineapple. Like that's when it sucks. Like whoever
It
thought
sucks
tomato sauce
regardless.
and that's true, but whoever the fuck thought tomato sauce and pineapples went good together, nah, I bet they're in a hell pit right now. I bet they're in hell right now if they put tomato sauce on pineapples. That shit's no. Also, that shit hurt my stomach. But the Hannah Force one doesn't, and it also tastes decent, unlike regular pineapple on pizza.
Well, I think I made my opinion on it very clear.
Fucking
So,
air horns going and shit.
yep. That's okay. I just wanted to know your opinion on that. So the next actual topic is music. I don't
Okay,
I don't really remember why I put this down.
and I wouldn't know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Uh, like like what do you mean by music? Like
I had a okay, so I put this down on like
are we
how
talking
do you remember?
genres? We talking artists? Like what are we doing?
Just music in general. I had a specific
Okay.
question I was gonna ask, so I just put down music because I didn't want to type out the full sentence. No, I just forgot.
Hmm. Well, like what is your favorite genres or whatnot? Or
It was a specific question that I do not remember.
did you listen to this new album? Like I'm just trying to like I'm just spatting out things so that like maybe something will just pop up in your memory or some shit.
Actually, I think I remember. Oh yeah, you remember? Uh, God, the 2010s FMs. You ever listen to 2010 FM? Like on the radio, Q97.9?
Yes.
You ever go back, like just on like YouTube, to go back and listen to the songs for just like a nostalgia trip?
I think the last 2010 song I listened to was Let It Rock with Lil Wayne in it. But I don't think that was 2010. I think that was a little before that.
Yeah, like
But I remember that was one
late
song they'd play.
2000s, early 2010s.
Yeah. Yeah, that's early 2000s to like early 2010s is like the era I grew up with when it came to music. But I also
I
grew up
did
with a
too.
lot of like older stuff too.
When I got my first like phone is when I started branching off into my own music kind of
Oh,
taste.
actually, there actually is one. Payphone by Maroon 5.
Dude, I went to Planet Fitness earlier, and on the drive back, that was playing on the radio. I was like, the song is how old? Like over 10 years old now?
It's 11. It's 11 years old.
Yeah, and they're still playing it. Didn't
I mean, like, it's not as good as it used to be.
well, when we're kids, that's pretty much our only like bar for music, just whatever played
That's
on the
true.
radio. Now we got now that we're older, we developed our own. taste in music, and we kind of compare it to our
That's
own
true.
like bar.
What was another one? Uh, Mirror by Lil Wayne and Bruno Mars.
I don't think I ever listened to that.
Oh, that one was like one of my favorites growing up.
How do you remember what my favorite song on the radio was? I think it was Airplanes by B.O.B. and whoever the chick was that featured on it. I don't remember her name.
Oh, Duality by Slip. I don't. That wasn't 2010s. I know that. It might
That was
not have
like
been. I don't remember.
I think that was like
Which I
99 or
know
some
that.
shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I know that wasn't
The music
fucking
video came out in like
2010s.
2010s.
Hold on.
Hang
I'm
on,
looking this up.
I already looked it up.
Duality.
I think it was on self-titled.
2004.
Released in 2004, Volume 3.
Yeah. So I'm as old as the song.
I'm 1 year older than that song. I'm a '03 baby. That's pretty
Wait,
much
but when
it.
did Psychosocial come out? What the fuck? 2008. Okay, that was another one I thought of.
It's very old as fuck. It doesn't even feel
Nah,
like
because even
we're old.
like,
I mean, it
nah,
feels like
because
we're old, but we're
even
not actually old.
well, especially like when you see kids and what they're doing nowadays, and it's like, fuck, we never did that as kids. Why?
Like, it's hard to think that,
Like,
like, 2014 is almost 10 years ago.
yeah, it's so fucking weird. Like, it's weird to think that 9 years ago I went to go see uh my first Godzilla film in theaters. It wasn't the very first Godzilla film I ever seen. It was the first one I ever got to see in a movie theater. But literally, I got to see it like 2 days, or no, it was like the day after it premiered. So it was like practically fucking new at the time.
This upcoming May of 2024, we would have been out of high school for 2 years.
It's still
Dude,
weird.
it's fucking insane.
It feels like uh it was like further back than that, to be honest. Just because I remember uh the summer of that year we graduated last year, and even like everything that had happened the winter and also the spring leading up to me moving, so much had happened. It felt like graduation was longer, like it was way longer than fucking last year.
That's true.
Just because so much had happened within that time already.
It's insane how much we're actually able to do now that we don't have the constraints of going to school. Well, I'm going to school, but like
Right. Well, even
going to
just
high
like
school.
working. Yeah, but
Yeah,
even just like working though, like it's weird.
it is really
Like
weird.
it seems like jobs don't take up as much time as school does. Like school takes up way more time than jobs. But it also depends on like what are you doing?
Yeah, I was about to say it depends on the job.
Yeah. But it also depends on like what you're schooling for too. Because like if you're trying to get like some PhD in some random shit, you're probably going to be dedicating most of your time to the schooling and
Yeah,
less of your time on other things. But yeah, no, I remember a lot of the music I grew up with was like from 2010s and further back to like the like early 80s and late 70s.
I didn't
And
get
I
into
remember
like
like
70s music until after I was like 15.
yeah, like I didn't really get into uh like really old stuff because here's the thing, I've listened to things from like the 20s and the 30s, and I didn't really get into that stuff till I was like 13, 14. And I remember like the first really, really old song I'd ever listened to was Show Me the Way to Go Home from what was it, 1922, I think, 1923. I don't remember exactly. But I remember that song was in the movie Jaws because the the three guys that go out to catch the shark are singing it when they're getting drunk. And then like they hear the whale, they're talking about the USS Indianapolis and shit. I'm not sure if you ever saw the movie, but
No, I've never seen the movie.
yeah, well, in that scene they're talking about it, about the USS Indianapolis, and then it ends up cutting to them singing that song because they were like getting buzzed up and shit. But yeah, no, I remember like, because even like nowadays with like kids wearing fucking earbuds and shit, like walking around in public, like we would never fucking do that as kids, like ever.
Yeah, because it probably didn't exist. Oh, well, it did, but we had those long ass like wired headsets, earbuds. I
Yeah, but
mean,
even then, like none of us were so distracted by them. Like we actually had situational awareness.
well, when we
Like
were
these,
walking around, we usually had our friends with us.
yeah, and even if we were alone, like we still had situational awareness. Like these kids fucking now, I'm seeing them like looking straight down at the ground or looking down at their phone, not even giving a fuck if a car comes flying by and hits them or some dude comes by and pops them in the fucking head. Like none of that shit. Like it's honestly, it kind of just shows how much we've kind of lost our leverage when it comes to trying to teach our children things. Because like I grew up with the whole stranger danger thing. Like I grew up with that, and back then in New Auburn, like New Auburn kind of was the ghetto at the time
Yeah,
when like I first moved in. So knowing that and had already been living in a place like that, like it was already kind of just engraved into my fucking programming as a kid. Because even like as I gotten older, I started watching guys like uh fuck's his name, Mike Glover and Jocko Willink and all those fucking dudes, and they're all about situational awareness. And it's true, like you need situational awareness, or you might not notice something and it might already be too late. Like that's why it's really important for things like that.
I'm from the
While these kids, they're just so neglectful about their surroundings, super neglectful.
yeah. Actually, since we're on the topic of music, what's your favorite song? Well, I know it probably changes a lot, but right now, what's your favorite?
Damn, that's a fucking hard one. I can't really say what's my favorite song. I should really just say what's my favorite artist right now. Right now, I've been listening to a shit ton of Randy Travis. Like, I don't know. Like, I've just been really getting into the old country stuff because a lot of
Oh,
the newer, because I know you don't listen to country at all, but
yeah,
a lot of the new country just sounds so fucking stupid.
yeah. I've heard
Like,
from people that listen to country that old country is a lot better than nowadays.
yeah, it's so much fucking better. The new stuff sounds way too much like fucking pop. Like, it really does. Or they try to make it into a rap song or some shit, and it's really stupid. Like, it's really, really stupid. And they always play the same fucking shit every time. Like literally for the past 3 months since I'd moved to Florida, they were playing the song Last Night by Morgan Wallen every fucking day, and it was driving me nuts. And it was just fucking retarded. That's half of the reason why I don't listen to the radio anymore, because they fucking play the same thing over and over again. While when you have a whole playlist, like it's never the same song. It's always something fucking different.
Yeah,
Like, but yeah, no, I've been listening to a lot of Randy Travis lately, which I'm not going album by album. I'm just doing it randomly. But yeah, that's a big one I've been listening to a lot. Uh, I did get into a little bit of uh some other albums by Avenged Sevenfold because I've only listened to two albums in full, and the only two I've listened to so far was Hail to the King and Nightmare. But now I'm getting into like their first like fucking self-titled album. But other than that, like that's really all I've been really getting into.
for me, I don't, I don't think I even have a favorite song. I just hit shuffle on my playlist and listen to whatever comes up. Like, since my like playlist is such a wide variety of genres, like I got Deftones, Slipknot, of Mice and Men, Asking Alexandria, and all that, Gojira. So it's always something different. So I don't. I have like a favorite genre that I'll probably like. I go through certain phases where I'll just listen to like this sort of music, then I move on to my next one. Then I might go back to the one I was listening to before that, or I might just switch to a different one. But it
feel like a
usually
lot of
stays
people do
within the
that.
rock. Yeah, it usually stays
I
within
feel
like the rock and metal genre.
yeah, I feel like a lot of people do that because I'll do that where I'll go from like metal, then country, then rock, then rap, and then country again, and then metal. That like it's never continuously one genre. It's always like shifting back and forth. And that's why I'll just have a playlist with like all those fucking genres mixed
Yeah,
together and just let it play out.
actually,
It
I do have a
also
favorite song. It's a Beauty
hmm,
School by Deftones.
ah, yeah. See, I don't think I've ever listened to Deftones ever.
I didn't start listening to them until like a couple months ago, and I really like their music.
Oh, here's another artist I've been really getting into lately.
Taylor Swift.
Godsmack.
Oh,
Taylor Swift. No, I always found honestly I always found her annoying. But
I did too.
yeah, no, I started listening because I used to listen to Godsmack when I was younger, when I was a kid. Because I remember my oldest brother got me into it. But then I like stopped for like I basically went on a hiatus. Like I literally just stopped listening to them for no real reason. And that's funny
Yeah,
too, because I still remember the first song I ever heard by them. It was Voodoo, which was a song that came out like 97, I think. I could totally be wrong. I know it was in the 90s, but I am not positive it's 97. Hold on, let me look this shit up.
it's a long time ago.
This is like the equivalent of Joe Rogan going, Jamie, pull up this. Oh, yep, 97. I'm right.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I remember that was like the first ever one I'd heard. Uh, yeah, that's really about it for me.
That's about it for me too.
Right,
Okay,
next topic.
I completely lost my spot. Oh, here it is. Gym
Gym
NPC
NPC
stories.
stories. Oh wait, okay, this is another thing too. I wanted to say about the music thing also. Going back to that,
Yeah,
because the thing to do with the gym has something to do with it.
okay.
That's also another thing too. Is like it depends on like what I'm doing. Like if I'm at the gym, I'm gonna play metal or like dark country or whatnot. But if I'm doing anything else, it's either any genre of any kind. It doesn't matter what I'm doing by that point.
Well, like, uh, metal music gets your heart rate up.
Yeah, but it also gets you like in the fucking more aggressive like mindset,
For me, it's the
or not
opposite.
even just
I usually listen to like Deftones, that similar. I don't know what genre Deftones is in, but I usually listen to that when I'm at the gym. And when I'm trying to fall asleep, I listen to like death metal.
yeah, because even like I usually listen to like metal and country if I'm like about to fall asleep, or I'll just not listen to anything at all, then just have all my lights shut off and then just fall right to sleep.
I need some sort of like noise in the back. I can't fall asleep without it.
I don't
Like
mind it. It just depends on the noise.
I usually just have like some sort of like random YouTube video on or
Right,
music.
NPC stories in the gym. I don't
Well,
have any NPC stories,
I do.
but
That's
all
why
right,
I put it down.
all
Okay,
right,
so
I gotta
I'm at
hear
Planet
this.
Fitness, and this and I'm like in the. Have you ever been to Planet Fitness in Auburn?
Yes.
Okay, so you know where like how the like shower and like bathroom is set up.
Well, I never use the shower in the bathrooms in the gym, but
Okay, but so I'm using the bathroom once I'm done. Okay, so the bathroom and the showers are like one room, so there isn't any door separating the two, other than like the shower curtains.
okay.
Okay, so there goes
It's
that.
it's kind of
So
like it's kind of like the school gym bathroom showers
sort of like that, except like
because that's
one
how EL's
side,
was.
yeah, one side is the bathroom, and the so you walk into the locker room, and there's like this little, I don't even know what the fuck you call it. There's like this entrance, to like the shower bathroom thing. One half is the bathroom, and the other half is the showers. And there's nothing dividing the two. So I get done washing my hands, and I walk back. Well, I'm heading back to the bench, and this old fucking 90-year-old dude comes out of the shower, no towel on. Then he starts trying to have a conversation with me, just completely butt ass naked and wet. I was like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna go to the bench, grab my bottle, and just get the fuck out. But he like stopped me because he wanted to talk to me. I was like, okay, dude, I really want to go.
Yeah, like your dick's hanging out. You're an old ass man. Like we're in the
Yeah,
fucking showers together, all alone. Like
I was
this
like,
is a weird
yes,
situation.
thought I was gonna get like fucking abducted or some shit.
Yep.
Okay, so he goes to his
He's been to
locker.
prison before. He knows his type.
Yes, he goes to his locker, and as he bends over, and
God.
I was like trying to keep eye contact with him because I didn't want to be rude, and I was just trying to look up. So he turns around, he bends over, and I just saw his ass. I was like, yeah, okay, now's my chance to just get the fuck out.
Yep.
And
Ninja vanish.
I haven't been back to Planet Fitness since.
Dude, Planet Fitness as a whole is just fucking weird.
It is.
I didn't like the rules either, because like you couldn't have a backpack on if you're like on the treadmill or anything like that, unless you had a problem with your body, which I've always found that weird because it's like, what if the dude's training for hiking? Like, what if he's got to go on the steps and he's got to wear a backpack with a certain amount of weight in it that he's gonna have trying to going up a mountain?
You can
Like,
buy backpack weight, like
that's true,
they're
but
like
you can't.
weights with
No,
straps.
that's true, but like, it's still dumb though that you can't just bring your own
Yeah,
backpack to Planet Fitness. It was like, what? And also the whole like fucking what is it? Like the cheat day shit. Not even. It's like cheat hour because they like do it almost every day.
that exists.
Yeah, they have like a fucking thing where if you go in, work out, they'll have like free pizza delivery or some shit.
That is not a thing. At least
Apparently
at
Planet Fitness it
my
is.
Planet Fitness back in Auburn.
Yeah, like it completely defeats the purpose of going to the gym. Like it really does. Like you're going there to like especially if it's for people that are trying to lose weight and cut back on their diet. Like that
Yeah.
completely defeats the fucking purpose. Like
Well, they want to get you like bigger, so you have an incentive to stay at Planet Fitness longer.
yeah, but also a lot of those bigger people never stay at Planet Fitness ever. Like I remember when I was going, like for the first 2 weeks, I'd seen like the same plus size dude, and then after that, I'd never seen him again. Like he never came back. And it's funny because like it's more common to see people like that around New Year's because they always have the New Year's revelation where they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go to the
Resolution.
gym. I'm gonna yeah, revelation where they're like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym, get better,
Yeah.
like all this." And the first 2 weeks they do it, and that's it. You never see them again after that.
People really find it hard just to kind of stay committed to it.
Dude, there's a full ass hurricane going on outside my house.
Good luck with that.
Yep.
Are you more
So the
inland
power
or
goes out.
towards the coast?
I'm kind of like in between.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Yeah. But hey, if the power goes out, well, you know why.
That's pretty much it for gym NPC stories. That's all I had to talk about for that. So the next topic is you can only eat one thing for the rest of your life. What would it be?
Dude, that's a fucking hard one.
I'd probably eat like glue
Uh,
stick.
glue sticks.
They
You
smell
sure you
good.
didn't want to join the Marine Corps?
Food is food.
That's
If
fair
it's not
enough.
supposed to be eaten, why'd they make it purple?
That's true. Why did they make it smell tasty?
It's like the same thing with Play-Doh.
Yeah, plate was very appetizing looking.
Honestly, I'd eat French fries
Uh,
for the rest of my life.
that sounds
McDonald's
like a
French fries.
fucking nightmare.
Well, McDonald's French fries is like the thing I can eat. It's kind of like popcorn where you can just eat it. and not even think about it. So
That's
I'd
a
eat
hard one.
McDonald's French fries.
Honestly, if I had to eat like one thing for the rest of my life, it's probably chicken. Like not even a single part of the chicken, just the whole thing.
Like
Like,
the rotisserie you could buy for like $5.
yeah, just
Those are
eat
the fucking
rotisserie
deal.
chicken for the rest of my life.
That sounds really good. I'm really hungry right now.
I am too.
Whatever, I'll get something after the podcast.
And also, my mom's cooking burgers right now, so it's not making it any better. I can smell it.
Lucky. Well, I got my cat under my desk.
True, and I have my snake in my room, so
My dog is
probably
on my
just
bed.
feast on them.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll hold out. So you asked this one. If you could only drink one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? Mine's piss.
Just straight to it, no repercussions. Just I'm
Yep.
pissed.
It's because you always produce piss, and you just have to like aim your dick up into your mouth like a water fountain.
You know that's actually dangerous to. It's more dangerous to drink your own piss than it is to drink someone else's.
Why? How do you know
It's
this?
something to do. It. Don't ask. It's something to do like more with the fucking acids or some shit. I don't remember
Yeah,
exactly. Hold on, let me
yeah.
look this up.
The more clear your piss is, the safer it is to drink. The more
That's
yellow
true.
you want to avoid it.
Yeah, that's true.
Honestly, I probably just drink like anything carbonated. Probably just like energy drinks. Pretty much what I do anyway.
Probably just drink water because at least then I can get away with it by putting like flavor packets in it.
Are we talking about just like one thing? You can't add anything to it?
Well, I didn't specify that. I didn't say anything
Okay.
about not adding
Okay.
anything to it. So
Yeah, I'm
let's say
still
because
sticking with piss.
if you want to do carbonated stuff but you want to spike it, well, there's no repercussions.
Okay. Yeah, I'd probably go with I like carbonated drink. So I'd probably just go with any drink that's carbonated. So the next topic is boys' locker room story.
God, I have one. So fucking,
I have a couple.
I remember back in ninth grade, freshman year. Uh, I don't remember what week it was into gym class, but I had Jordan Withy, Brandon Newton. I probably shouldn't be saying these names just for their safety.
Yeah, just you can say it after the
Whatever.
podcast.
I had a lot of people that I already knew and like some people that you knew. So I'm pretty sure I could totally be wrong, but I'm pretty sure David was in that class too. Yeah, he was. Because this is when I had big ass hair and shit. And I remember he would always comment on it. Uh yeah, so I remember like it was after we were coming back from I think it was a game of fucking uh shit, what the fuck were we playing that day? It wasn't basketball because nobody voted on it.
Is it
Bitches.
relevant to the story?
Okay, so anyways, we were playing something. We were coming back, and fucking Brandon was wearing a fucking belt around his jeans, and of
Okay,
course,
I already know
us
where this is
guys,
going.
of course, us dudes in a fucking locker room where it's echoey as shit, it's loud as fuck. We see it. We're all making fun of him for it, and then he takes the belt off of the jeans, like tightens it up and just fucking starts snapping it. And he has this most mischievous like fucking look on his face as he's just going with the fucking belt. And of course we're all like laughing and shit. And the teachers could hear it outside from the fucking so for those who didn't go, I'm not sure if anyone else's high school's locker rooms were this echoey, but our locker rooms, you could hear fucking everything. You could hear some
Which
motherfucker
locker room was it?
whisper. It was the
Because there's like
fucking
two of them. We had two
yeah.
separate
It
ones.
was.
Was it the one for the games or just one for phys ed?
I'm pretty sure it was just the one for fucking. It was when you were coming out of the gym and like you were going to the art wing hall.
Was it left or
It
right?
was on. It was on the left.
Okay,
That's
that
the
one was
lockers we
really
had.
echoey. Yeah,
Yeah, that one was super echoey. You could hear a guy whisper in there from like the outside on the other side of the door.
yeah.
That's how echoey it was for those that never went there to Edward Little High School. Or at least the one we went to, because now there's a new one that's built. But so we were in that one, and it's just coming from outside of the fucking thing, and then you just can hear it from the outside of the fucking locker room. They're like, "What the fuck is going on in there?" And I remember Mr. Hersom. That was a fucking legend. He walks in, he's just looking around at all of us like just the most clueless face. Like we're all just like, what the fuck? I think it was him or someone else, but someone just walked in. Like some teacher walked in with like a clueless look on his face, just looking around like, what the fuck is going on in here? And of course we stopped, and yeah, that is still one of like the funniest memories I have from like high school.
So I went to one of my friends. Okay, so this is one of my friends. Well, he was in high school, but I went to one of his basketball games, and I was already like sort of friends with his friend. So we were all in the locker room after the game, or not the locker room, like I guess technically locker room, because there's like a bathroom and locker room in the one.
Hmm.
And my friend has spray deodorant, which is
Oh no.
irrelevant to the story.
Did,
I actually
oh,
have
I
two
thought you were gonna
spray.
say someone. I thought you were gonna say someone had a lighter.
Okay, that's a never mind. But okay, so
What?
nothing. But I have another spray deodorant story after this one. Okay, so one of the so my friend's friend, he we start talking. And he tells me he's Jewish.
Oh no.
So he says we were just talking for like another 10 minutes, and he just says like I'm gonna go to the stall use the bathroom. So so I get two
Wait,
of
wait, I just pieced it together. As soon as you said he's Jewish, and I remember the fucking deodorant.
yeah. So he's
I
taking a
already know where
shit.
this is going.
So he's taking a shit. So he's gonna be on the toilet for a bit. So I grab my friend's spray deodorant, rush over to the bathroom stall, and start gassing him. Like legit, like a full like 3 minutes, just straight nonstop gassing him.
Oh no.
So that's one
Oh no.
story. Then the other spray deodorant story was when I was in, I believe it was before when COVID hit. So this was like sophomore year, I think. It was at the like one of the very
It was
last days of
sophomore. It was sophomore year that it started
yeah.
because it was
So
halfway through it.
so it was like one of the last. I think it was like the last day before lockdown happened. So we're all in the locker room, and I have spray deodorant. Nobody got gassed, and we were all talking about because there was like talks going around the school about, school's gonna be shut down because of COVID or some shit, like the following Monday,
See, I
and
remember
it was
Jordan
on
was.
Friday.
Yeah, and I remember Jordan was joking about it, calling it the Kung Flu.
Yeah. So I had my spray deodorant, and I used it, and I just had it chilling on my bag. One kid grabs it, chucks it at the wall as hard as he can, trying to get it to explode. Then everybody else in the locker room just started chucking out the wall, trying to get it to explode.
Jesus.
I don't know if it did because I left after that because I didn't want to be a part of that shit. I mean, it was cool, and I totally didn't throw it at the wall.
Totally didn't throw it. That's definitely not a lie.
Yeah. So I went back to the gymnasium, and there's like six, or no, not six. There's like two principals and like four teachers trying to figure out what the fuck is going on in there. I'm not gonna tell the lighter story, the spray deodorant lighter
Oh,
story. I'll tell that off the podcast.
okay. What did you like burn down a house or something?
I'm not saying anything.
Okay.
So next topic is biggest fear. What is your
This is a
biggest fear?
fucking. So it's gonna sound really fucking weird, and like it's hard to like. I feel like for some it wouldn't be. how I think of it, for a lot of people, it would probably just be the, well, not opposite, but like, I don't know. My biggest fear is what happens after I die. Like, that's not necessarily like if there's an afterlife or anything like that. It's more of what are people gonna think when I die? Like, am I gonna
Oh,
go
you
out as a
mean what
good
people think
person?
about you when you die?
Yeah, like what is my
Oh,
legacy going
okay.
to be? Yeah, like what is my fucking legacy gonna be once my time comes? Like, it's more of that. Because I feel like a lot of people don't take that shit in consideration. Because
I
I
don't
don't
give a
care,
fuck.
like, yeah. Hold
I
on,
mean,
my
you're gonna be
mom's knocking
dead
on the door.
anyway.
Why?
You won't be there to know what they're
Why?
gonna think about you. You good? You sound like you're lagging. Can't wait for this to be part of the podcast. Well, since he's gone,
Sorry. Wait, hold
my
on. Sorry,
biggest
my
fear.
mom.
Oh,
Sorry, my mom walked in. My mom walked in. Sorry,
that's all good.
I was getting food. But wait, what were you even saying?
I was about to say just my biggest fear because you were just
Oh,
gone
okay.
for like a bit. So my biggest fear is heights. I'm not
Heights?
like if I'm standing like directly in front of like 1,000 foot drop, obviously I'm gonna shit myself. But like I can go on a Ferris wheel without having any sort of anxiety in that.
Yeah, I feel like,
It's in certain
uh,
like scenarios where I'm actually scared
yeah,
of it.
like obviously, like if I fell off a fucking cliff and I was falling, then yeah, like because you're falling to your
Yeah,
death. But like when it's just me, like standing on a mountain or looking over a cliffside or looking down a skyscraper, like that's nothing.
yeah.
It's like if I'd almost fallen over, then it's like, uh,
Wait, so what was your story about the thing after you die?
the whole legacy thing. Because like I feel
Yeah,
like people are so concerned about not necessarily, they're more concerned about when it's going to happen and not necessarily what's going to happen after it happens. And that's kind of what I look for. I don't care about how it, like, do I care how it happens? Kinda. But if it happens, it happens. Like, my time's going to come at some point, just like everyone else's. But it's more of what is going to happen after I die. Like, what are people going to think of me? Like, am I going to leave some good, like, am I going to leave some good impression on people when I die? Or are people just going to be like, oh, he was an ass? Like, and you only live
well, you
once,
could
and that's
change
why I
all
feel
that right
like,
now.
yeah, like everyone can, but that's the thing, like that's why, and also you only live once. Or even if for some reason reincarnation does happen, but we don't really know, like it's why it's better to assume that we only live once, and that's why you should just make up for the most of it. Like, because even like we don't know what happens after you die,
I know.
but it is best to live life like it is the only one you have left, because then you can make up the most of it rather
Yeah.
than just fucking around and not doing anything, and then people see you as an asshole or people see you as a lazy fuck, like whatever it is. Like there's all kinds of people like that, and they don't realize how much negativity they're actually putting on not only them around, not only the people around them, but themselves. Like, and that in return is going to affect others around them.
Yeah.
Like even after they die, like that's how that shit goes.
Okay, so the next topic is favorite shape of McDonald's chicken nugget.
One that kind of looked like Africa.
Yes, that's my favorite one too. Because it's like it has a lot of surface areas to dip the sauce in.
Yeah. And also, I tried biting out chunks of it to try to make it look like countries on the continent.
I would take off
I
the like
tried.
I take off like the breading and just eat the breading, then eat the chicken like that actual like whatever the fuck that nugget is
I
afterwards.
never heard of anyone talking, like not talking, but I've never heard of anyone eating a chicken nugget like that ever.
I don't do it anymore, but when I was a kid, I used to do it. Wait, if you go to McDonald's, what's your order?
I haven't been to a fucking McDonald's in so long, so I really don't even know.
I went there like last week. I usually just get like
Honestly, probably just
10-piece
chicken
nuggets.
nuggets.
Yeah,
Probably just like a 10-piece.
10-piece nugget, medium drink, and like a small or medium fry.
That just reminded me. I seen a fucking skit where it was like, did I send you that ATF skit
Yes.
where it was the whole pistol brace
Yeah.
thing, the 16-inch barrel? Yeah, same guys. They made another skit, but they made this series where, god damn it,
Too long without the
as I
soundboard.
heard it. So as soon as I heard it, well, not heard it, but as soon as I seen it, the channel they made this series where it's like they're making fun of like the whole Finding Bigfoot and all that shit, like those shows, and it's just like a parody series. And they made one where it was them looking for like I don't remember, it was like a skinwalker or something, and one of the guys uh had on his battle belt, and in his dump pouch he had a McOunce in the dump pouch, and he says it's my hydration pack. And the other guy was like, it's a fucking McOunce in the dump pouch. Like, it was so dumb. I love dumb humor like that. It's fucking.
My humor has gone like loud noises and like 2-second clips are just funny to me for some reason.
It perfectly cut screams, but it depends on what it is.
I'm not a fan of perfectly cut screams. I
It
don't know. I
depends
never
on
really
like
found them funny.
it depends on like the context. Like I feel like sorry, I only chuckled because I fucking just remembered one that I've seen. Um like when it's just like a character screaming, then it cuts with like no context, it's not funny.
Yeah.
But when it's something really bad about to happen, and then the person screams and it cuts perfectly, then yeah, that's when it's funny. Like,
Honestly, the only humor I find like extremely funny that will make me die laughing is like really dark humor, like really fucked up humor.
for me, it's like people getting hurt, like watching some dude like try to fuck around on a basketball court, and then they shoot a well, not a 3-pointer, but they shoot a fucking 3-pointer. It hits the fucking rim. The ball hits the rim, comes back, hits him in the fucking head. Like just slapstick sort of thing.
Yeah. Other than that,
And sometimes dark humor. It just depends.
I have a pretty dark sense of humor.
So do I. And I wish a lot more people did too.
So I guess it kind of goes into what we're talking about, childhood games, which is where I got most of my dark humor. You
Childhood
remember
games
any
as
games you
in
played?
like
Just any sort of
video
games,
games
like
or
board
like
games, doesn't matter.
I remember like me and my friends would just fuck around outside with like Nerf guns and like toy guns, just play like war, and that's it. Like other than that, it was probably like God of War 2 and the PS2. There's one game I used to play the shit ton out of was Godzilla Save the Earth because I was trying to like grind the fucking game, just try to get as much shit as possible. And yeah, that game was fun. And GTA 5 on the PS3, which I know it's like low fucking quality and shit and whatnot, but still, that was like one of my fucking favorite games to play on the PS3.
Yeah. For me, as a kid, I used to just hang out with my friends. We'd bike around town, so we used to always play airsoft without any eye protection as well. I don't know how any of us still have our eyesight, but
I
we're
don't
still good.
either.
We're good.
Oh, that just reminded me. So I seen a fucking video where this fucking dude, this was at a full-on game that this happened. Uh, this fucking dude did not have any proper eyewear, and he was only using his prescription glasses. And I think you already know how bad that already is.
Oh my god.
And keep in mind, this is a actual full-on game where there's motherfuckers of HPAs, which is high pressure octanes, shooting like 400 FPS, like 400 to like 425, and everyone's got flashbangs and fake grenades going off and shit. And this dude is holding up like a corner of a building and gets as a fucking BB hit his glasses and cracks the lens, and nothing bad happens yet, but either way, he shouldn't be wearing those, and the lenses are cracked now, so if he gets shot again, well, they're gonna fucking break. BB goes in his eye. But what ended up happening though was that after that happened, someone fucking threw a grenade into the fucking building that he was in. It rolls down and blows up next to him, causing the glasses to shatter around his eye. And immediately they were like, "Stop! Stop! Stop!" Because literally, he was just fucking screaming like a motherfucker. Like,
Jesus.
and it's like, dude, like you should have fucking gotten actual proper eyewear that would have fit over your glasses, because they exist. Like, there are literally things of eye pro that exist that can fit over prescription glasses. Like, they exist. There's ones for aviators. There's ones for fucking like reading glasses. Like, they fucking exist. Like, they totally exist. I don't know why he didn't think, oh yeah, I should probably get that just to be safe. Nope, let me just go to a full-on milsim with no actual eye pro other than my fucking glasses. Like, what a smart idea. Like,
Actually,
that's
this kind of segues into our next topic. If you had to
oh no.
fight a war, what war would it be? I'd probably go.
Honestly,
I really don't know. Can it be like any sort of war?
it can be any war that any humans have fought in history. From like the Romans fighting the Byzantines, or fucking like the US fighting the Japanese in World War II. Like, it could be fucking any war that's ever happened in history. Or it could be the Ukraine war right now. It could be fucking anything.
So I'm put into like the soldier's foot, like I'm on the battlefield.
Yeah, like it could be any fucking war at all.
I'm storming the beaches of Normandy.
Dude, I was just about to say something similar. Uh, honestly, the Pacific Theater in World War II. Like, that's Normandy, but every fucking day.
Yeah.
Like, literally. Okay, so I remember watching a reaction video of these two vets watching Saving Private Ryan, and I remember like one of them said something about their grandfather who was a Marine Raider. Uh, him and his grandfather went to go see the movie when it came out, and literally as soon as the Normandy scene started, and as soon as those fucking doors opened, he had to walk out of the theater because it was just too fucking realistic for him. Because keep in mind, Marine Raiders had to do that every fucking day. Like, it wasn't just one beach and then take the mainland of the country that you're fighting. No, you're island hopping, so you have to do that every single time. Like, no matter where you are. Like, so yeah, it was just D-Day every day. Like, that's just nuts. But if I wasn't gonna do that, uh, god damn it, what was the war I was just about to say?
Can I be like a mercenary, like a contractor?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, I go back to 2004 at a certain Town
You'd be
Square in
part of
Iraq.
Blackwater. You'd be
Yep,
part of Blackwater, wouldn't you? I knew it. I knew it because I've heard you talk about him before. I was like, he's gonna be part of Blackwater, isn't he?
yep.
Oh, Korea. That's what I would do.
Oh yeah, the Korean War.
Yeah, either that or probably,
I'd actually go to when Bin Laden, that operation.
dude, fucking Neptune Spear.
Yes.
That'd be sick as fuck. Just to, not even just to be part of it, just to see it. Like,
I just want to
to
know what
know
the
that
fuck
you were
happened to
there.
Bin Laden.
I know. Like, what happened to his body afterwards? Like, where did he go? Like,
Didn't they say they like dumped him in the ocean or some shit?
uh,
I'm googling
I'm
this
pretty
right now.
sure. Hold on, what was that Roman war that happened? It wasn't the one with the Byzantine. Okay, list of Roman external wars and battles.
He was buried
What
in
the
the
fuck?
Arabian Sea, allegedly. You know what? Hang on.
Oh, the Roman campaigns of Germania. That's another one I'd do. Just to see that
Uh,
shit and be part of it. Like, just get to see that and be part of it. Either that or the African front in World War One.
Hang on. Give me a second. I need to search up something.
That's like
Okay.
the one thing people never talk about.
2008, a
Holy
YouTube.
fuck, this
In
burger's still hot.
2008, the first GoPro footage of actual combat came out, and that was in Afghanistan. And Bin Laden
And it
was
wasn't
killed in
Operation.
2011. So
Yeah, it
I'm
wasn't
surprised we don't have
that
any
dude
sort of
spear in
like GoPro
Pakistan.
footage of it. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I think it's just like how. Okay, realistically, how much footage of Navy SEALs do you ever see of combat footage ever?
like I've seen like 2 videos on YouTube.
Just those two, though.
I've probably seen more, and I didn't know they were Navy SEAls.
Hold on, I want to see if this actually exists. Hold on, Navy SEAL combat footage.
Well, there's like one that's the volunteer SEAL, and he's got an AK, like just sending rounds into an empty building.
SEAL Team 6 raiding Taliban compound, mature audiences only. Oh, it's not even that kind of fucking video. It's literally just like this isn't even combat footage. This is just some guy telling what happened.
How does combat footage even get like leaked? Like, how does it go onto the internet?
Well, it's mostly because most of it is of that soldier that already recorded, and he's just posting it on the internet.
Uh,
Because like most combat footage isn't even of like special forces guys ever. Like the only special forces I think I've ever seen combat footage of was Marsoc Raiders, and I was back like when I wanted to do it. Like I remember back when I
I've
was
seen
like
like
16, I
Green
wanted to join the
Berets,
Marine Raiders.
Rangers, and yeah,
I'm mad that they fucking switched to multicam. Like the most basic, boring shit. Like the Raiders should have kept M81 Woodland. That shit was drip. Plus, too, they
yeah,
also looked so different from everyone else.
yeah. What's the next topic? All right, how many fourth graders could you take in a fight? Dude,
Uh,
I'd beat the shit out of fourth graders.
yeah, honestly, I feel like it wouldn't even matter how many. Like, just go for it.
Just hand-to-hand combat.
It wouldn't even be
And
hand to
this is,
hand. It would just be my. It would just be my hands, and that's it. Like, just grab one, toss them around, like use them as the weapon.
yeah. I honestly, I could probably take down like 100.
I think you could probably take out more, honestly.
I'm just trying to,
I feel
because
like
I asked this in the sense that we're like all at once. How many could you take?
I, I
Not
feel
like just
like
one after another.
I feel like both of us individually by ourselves probably could take out more than 100.
I could wipe out the entire fourth grade population worldwide.
Jesus, sounds like a school shooting.
No, I would beat the shit out of them. Like they're not paying
instead of
taxes. They don't have
instead of
jobs.
school shootings, it's school beatings. Like people are just coming in to like
Yeah,
schools, just punching each kid one at a time. Like Jesus Christ.
I
Uh,
could take out millions.
we're totally not gonna get canceled for this one.
I don't give a shit.
I don't either. I'm doing this for fun. I don't even get monetized, so like it matters. I just do this for fun.
What's it? If you could have anything as a pet, what would it be?
Is not the one I asked, or was it?
This is you asked this one.
Okay. Uh, hey, fuck. Why do I not remember my answer? Okay, this was actually for you specifically. Like, I want to know what would you have? Like, if you could have fucking anything as a pet. Like, what would it
Anything?
be?
Like
Yeah,
no limits.
fucking anything. No limits at all. It could be extinct. It could be alive. It could be
Harriet
something
Tubman.
totally fucking made up. Like,
Harriet Tubman.
oh,
You don't know her?
nope.
Barack Obama. Actually, Michelle Obama. I'd have her as a pet.
Why? Why Michelle Obama?
That's what you get for fucking up our school food.
Michelle Obama's a pet because of fucked up education system. Jesus.
No, she went to she pushed for like healthier lunches, which is why her lunches taste like dog shit now.
They weren't even healthier lunches. There were still like weird preservatives and shit in them.
They're just more
Like,
preservatives now.
yeah. So they're not healthier. They're worse.
Yeah. Honestly,
Like
realistically, I probably have like a pet velociraptor.
the real one or the Jurassic Park one?
The real one.
Okay, I was about to say, because you get the Jurassic Park one, you're gonna get fucking ripped open.
I mean, if I had the Jurassic Park one, I'd release it into a mall and just let it go ham.
You probably could train it like how they did in Jurassic World, where like they had them trained and shit.
I mean,
Because if they
I
were
think.
that, because
Oh yeah, yeah.
if they were that smart, then yeah, I don't see why not. Uh, there are so many things I would want as a fucking pet, but like half of them I wouldn't even keep as a pet. Half of them I'd probably just do a reintroduction program for. But if I could keep anything as a pet, I think the one like animal I'd want for a pet would probably be like some kind of lemur.
Like the one from Madagascar, the movie.
Yeah, a ringtail or like a red ruffed lemur.
Can't you already? No, you can't. Never mind. Don't they?
No, I was
They
gonna
count
say
as
because
exotic animals. Yeah.
either that or uh an African rock python. That's like the one snake I never see people talk about when it comes to keeping.
Can you legally have that a pet as a pet?
Yes, you can. It just depends on the state. Like here in Florida, you cannot have them. You can't have
Uh,
any of the big snakes here unless you have a prohibited species permit. And it's kind of retarded to be honest. Like I get it in the sense of like people should have experience with big snakes before getting one, but having to go through all of that shit just to get that is rather ridiculous.
yeah.
And because even like the you have to follow specific requirements to keep them. Like you have to have a double door to even get into the room that it's in, and then the enclosure has to be of a certain size and space and all this shit. And which size and space I could get because it's a big ass snake. Like it needs a big fucking space. I get that. But when it has to be in a room that's double doored and it's got to be locked all the fucking time and all this shit, it's like snakes can't even open the fucking door. Like, and I know there's that dumbass clip of a or
Yeah,
wait,
I was about to bring that
no,
up.
I know there's that dumbass clip of the albino Burmese python opening the door, which that was on a hinge. But like, you can easily lock that one. Like, it's not gonna open it. Like, but even then, like, that's kind of on you if the snake gets out of its enclosure to begin with. But I don't. It's just fucking stupid. That's another reason why I'm planning on moving to Texas after this because you can literally have anything, like anything, literally, like with like zero repercussions.
Yeah, Texas just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. It's if it's cars, guns, animals, housing, property, like it doesn't
That
matter. Like
bitch.
boats, like a fucking fort. Like you can have literally anything in Texas. Like it doesn't matter what it is. A whole ass bunker. Like
The next topic. How much
I might
money
vote for Brandon Herrera.
realistically? Yeah. How much money realistically for you to stick a toothpick under your big toenail and just kick the wall as hard as you can?
I read that one. I was just like, ow. Why would you... like? Honestly
How
though,
much?
for money,
I'd probably do it for like
hmm,
10 grand. There's medical expenses covered, so you just get the money you ask for.
I'd probably no, I'd want to go bigger than that because then there's just more opportunity if I
Easy
can do
10
it.
grand, bro.
Uh,
If somebody walked up to you
honestly,
and offered you like 15,000, you wouldn't do it. Like
I'd probably do it
15,000
for
cold hard
10.
cash.
I'd probably do it for 10 million because not only would it cover the
10
medical
million?
expenses, yeah, not only would it cover the medical expenses, but I'm set for life by that point. Like, it's like 10 grand ain't gonna get you shit for life. Like, yeah, 10 grand is gonna cover the medical expenses, but that ain't gonna get you
No,
shit for
medical
life.
expenses are covered. So whatever you ask for, you just get full price.
Oh, well, if the medical expenses are already covered, then yeah, probably like 15, 20 grand.
I'd do it for like 20 bucks.
Easiest 20 bucks I've ever gotten.
Yeah. So next, cringe memories. Do you have any?
Honestly, I don't. I got a really funny. Okay, this might be cringe for my brother. So, I fucking. God damn it. But
So this is too long without a
so
soundboard.
this is this is pretty funny for me, but it's probably pretty cringy for him. So I remember a long time. So me and my brothers would wrestle and like fucking roughhouse, like boys do. Uh, I remember one time
I
me and my
fucked with
brother were
wrestling
like,
in a different way.
"Oh,
It just turned into
what?
hard anal sex.
What?"
It's not gay if it's with the homies.
True, if you say no homo, then it ain't gay, and if it's with the homies, it's it went from a gooning session to full on. But anyway, so me and my brother were just like lightly shoving each other on my mom's bed. Like I pushed him back, he pushed me a little bit back, and then I gave him a really hard, like not a really hard thrust. I kind of just pushed harder a little bit. He stumbled back on the bed, and my mom's bed is like on the corner of the wall. So my brother,
You mean like the bed is like touching two walls? Like it's at the
yeah,
corner? Oh, okay.
yeah. So my brother's face went from just pure fucking joy and excitement to utter horror and just downright fuck. As because like as soon as he did that, we both looked at each other like, oh no, because he fell into the wall and now there's just a big ass hole there
Oh my god.
in my mom's room.
How bad was the beating?
Oh, there was no beating, but
Lucky.
it was fucking dude. Holy shit. My brother's fucking face when it went from pure joy to utter fucking horror as he realized he had broken the fucking wall and now there was just a big crater in it. Like you could see the fucking wooden beams going across the fucking wall because
Jesus.
now that yeah, like he basically fell into it.
Actually,
uh,
do you still have your virginity?
sadly, yes.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you had any like what's your virginity loss story? Because some people have it like really pretty like weird stories about it.
Yeah, it's either really awkward or it's just like how it happened.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
just
I
like
don't have
weird.
one for this. Because mine's
Yeah,
really
none of
just
us do.
basic. So the next topic is if you could pick any superpower, what would it be?
Honestly, shapeshifting. And it
Become
doesn't
a
matter what it
skinwalker.
is. Yeah, like, and it doesn't matter what I can change into or who I could change into, because you already know I'd be doing some of the dumbest shit ever if I could do it.
Can I change it to
Like,
like anything?
I'd be fucking around with people and like shapeshifting into like some dude and pocket picking people and then shapeshift back into myself and people are like, what the fuck, where'd he go? Like,
I
like, or doing some other weird mind trick shit where people like see like a fucking coyote on their property and then they go out to investigate and it's just me standing there. They're like, wait, did you see a coyote? I'm like, nope, I didn't see shit. Like I just been sitting here the entire time and nothing happened.
I'd choose the ability to freeze time. I'd be making bank off of just pickpocketing people.
You'd be like It'd be like the movie Click, where
Yeah, I've never watched
it's
that.
Adam Sandler. It's Adam Sandler. He's got the remote. He could stop time and like fucking fast forward and back up time.
Yeah. Oh, I heard of this movie. I never watched it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Freeze time. I would steal everybody's wallets, tie their shoelaces together, and just unfreeze time.
Why not just steal a bank?
I can't lift up
Like
the
you
whole
could
bank.
steal a whole. Dude, you could just steal like a shit ton of money from a bank and nobody could stop you or see you because you'd be stopping time.
Stop time. Put blindfolds on everybody and put a pinata in the middle of the room. I just want to see what they would do.
Give them all bats and then just see if like one instinctively just swings.
Yeah. Actually, we should have talked about this earlier, but childhood toys. That kind of goes
uh,
with like board games. I don't really have any
still
specific.
have I still have a lot of my Godzilla stuff. That's also because I'm planning on like doing films with them and also some things like that. But other than that, I don't really have anything from like childhood that is a toy. I guess you could say the PS2 and the PS3, but that's really about it.
I asked this in the sense of like, do you remember any like specific childhood toys you used to play with a lot?
I had a lot of stuffed animals I'd play with. Like there was those
I'd go through different
fucking
phases of stuff.
I had a shit ton of Nerf guns and fake guns I'd always
Yeah,
play
I
with.
did too. I feel like every boy had them.
Yeah, there was never a time that like no boy had a fucking Nerf gun ever.
We had like an entire bin of Legos too.
Yeah, I had a whole bin of Legos, but I would never collect Legos after that. Like I just had the bin of them and I would just make random shit with them.
I'd get like one set, build it up to how it's supposed to be, take it apart, throw it in the bin, and never be able to build a set again. There's a fucking mosquito. Gotcha, bitch. Okay, I got it. Taken care
I
of.
had a shit ton of animal toys too, just because I was like the animal kid back then. So like a lot of my toys were centered around animals and whatnot. I still have some, like literally right next to me. I still have like a good chunk of some of them, and some of them are as old as me, if not older.
I have
Like I have
one
a
teddy
fucking
bear that is
lion.
the same age as me.
I have a dude. I have a fucking bobcat that I've had since I was a toddler. Like, and I still have it. I still fucking have it. But right now, I'm
I have
holding
a
in my
blanket that
hands.
was made before I was born. Has my name on it.
Right now, right now in my hands, I'm holding a Schleich African lion made in 2005. And I've had it like ever fucking since. Like I was one when I had this thing.
When I was a kid, I was really into like, oh shit, was it Spy Gear or Spy Kids or whatever it's called?
Oh yeah, the spy gear shit. Dude, I wanted the night vision ones, which weren't even real night vision. They were just glasses that lit up.
I had the watch where you could write secret message and there's like a little light on the watch you could reveal it.
Oh
This is the coolest
yeah.
shit. I
Dude,
had that in second grade and I wore that religiously for that year. That's
dude,
that's pretty much where my watch addiction started.
I had the fucking uh like not the walkie-talkies, but like the actual headset comms that actually kind of
Oh,
worked,
that's
but
you're
it only
fucking
worked
lucky.
for yeah, but it only worked for like the spy gear walkie-talkies.
Walkie-talkies. I had the
Like
Nerf
it
walkie-talkies. It
I had
stopped
those
working after
too.
like 10 feet.
I had those too. Yeah, they would get like super fuzzy and shit like after you get like 20, 30 feet away.
Yeah. I mean, they were cool. They were pretty cheap too, like 15 bucks. Came with batteries as
Yeah.
well.
I also had
Actually,
real ones. I had real walkie-talkies, and I remember me and my cousin we'd fuck around the woods all the time playing hide and seek using walkie-talkies and being like, "You're warmer, you're colder. I'm over here, you fucking idiot." Like we'd fuck around all the time doing that shit. And I remember, uh, like my first ever time I ever got addicted to camouflage patterns was when we were playing hide and seek. So I remember one time we were playing like a little patch of woods, uh, and I was wearing this like not M81 Woodland camo t-shirt and not M81 Woodland camo shorts. And I was just sitting so fucking still. And my cousin's like, where the fuck are you? Like, I was like, dude, you're looking right at me. How do you not see me? He's like, dude, I literally cannot fucking see you. And I remember I was wearing the camo, and I had to like move for him just for him to see. He's like, what the fuck? But yeah, that was like my addiction to camouflage ever since that happened.
Have you ever won anything from like vending machines? Not vending machines, claw machines.
No, I never have.
Never? Dude, I used to play this. You know that little game section at Walmart?
Yeah,
I got like I got like 2 watches, 3 balls, and like 6 teddy bears from those vending machines.
Jesus.
No, I mean claw machines. Yeah, I was
The
that good.
clan.
I was really good at it. Now I'm just dog shit at it. I feel like
Dude,
they
I would
just
never
made it
get any.
harder for some reason. Like the claw doesn't grip as hard anymore.
Probably because they knew people were just getting way too much shit.
Yeah, probably because of me. So if you can meet any YouTuber, who would it be? You ask this one. I'd probably meet Elliot Rogers.
Who?
Elliot Rogers.
Sounds familiar.
You really? Wait, okay, you don't get this joke then.
Yeah, I was supposed to say, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was a setup to a joke. You don't remember. Honestly, I really don't know.
You don't have any?
No,
Okay.
actually,
I actually,
I'd want to meet Ryan and Shane from BuzzFeed Unsolved.
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'd meet them. It's pretty much it.
Uh, actually, in like a few weeks from now. So there's an event going on in Florida called Animal Con, and
Sounds
it's
like a
kind of what it
furry
sounds
convention.
like. No, it's not that. So Animal Con is a convention where animal YouTubers and content creators, or like
It's
animal TV
furries.
show hosts, get together and well have a convention. But it's kind of like a reptile expo, but with animal YouTubers.
Is there
So
anybody specific you want to meet there?
actually, I'm supposed to be meeting up with Forrest Galante.
Never heard of him.
So Forrest Galante, he's not really a YouTuber per se. He kind of is now that he has his own podcast and YouTube channel. But Forrest Galante was the host of the show on Animal Planet Extinct or Alive, and he now runs a podcast called Wild Times, and he also has his own YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm supposed to actually talk to him because you know how like they have the whole like meet and greet things where you like pay for it and then you get to talk to them for like a few minutes and then you just get a picture and move on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. But I will be stopping some YouTubers along the way just to like say hi and whatnot. And one I really want to meet is Brian Barczyk. And
no clue who
Brian
that is.
Barczyk, yeah, I figured you had no idea who it was. So Brian Barczyk is like the face of animal YouTubers, basically. He was like the guy that really got the whole. Well, he wasn't the guy that got the whole ball python breeding started in America. That was New England Reptile Distributors. But he was the guy that really got things started, like corn snakes and all these different genetics for ball pythons and all this other stuff. But just like animal YouTube content in general, like he was the guy that got it all started and got it really going. And right now he's actually battling cancer. Like he's got like this weird like case. I think it's like some kind of fucking. I don't remember exactly what kind of cancer it is, but literally what happened is that there's like a tumor on a set of arteries, and it's just so they can't even cut it out. And if they try to, they could accidentally cut a blood vessel, and he would just bleed internally. So that's why they haven't even tried to cut it open. So right now he's going through some chemotherapy, and it says he's saying it's getting better, kinda, but it's like, damn, if this goes bad, well, at least I want to talk to him before he goes, obviously.
Are we talking about alive YouTubers we want to meet or dead ones? Can be either or.
No, I'm talking about alive. Like if you could
Okay.
meet any alive YouTubers right now.
I'd still meet Ryan and Shane. Fuck a mosquito.
I'd probably fuck around with them because I know who they are. I'd probably be like fuck around with them and be like, hey, you want to go look for shit? Like,
I'd want to go on one of their like ghost hunts.
yeah, or like try to go look for Mothman again, or actually try to go look for something they never went to go look for. Because I don't think
What's it?
they ever went to look for this, but the Dog Man just like asked them to go to like Wisconsin and be like, hey, let's go look for Dog Man.
Well, Wisconsin. That place doesn't exist. That's not real.
Yeah, neither is Chicago.
What's the next topic? You're the opposite gender for 24 hours. What are you doing?
I think we all know the answer.
I am masturbating, pissing, seeing how flexible I am, seeing how many things I can shove up inside me.
Wait, pissing?
I want to know how it feels like pissing as a woman. Because, like, you're pissing out of a tube. And for us, we're
Find
just
out right
pissing out of a
now.
hose.
You can find out right now. Do you got a pair of scissors?
I
I
actually
do.
do. Where's my Swiss Army knife? There it is.
All right, let's find out.
That's pretty much it. I don't know what else I would do.
I'm feasting on a burger right now, so if people hear me chewing or something, so I'm like periodically turning on and off my mic.
So, uh, I don't know why I put this there. Fuck it, let's just skip serial killers. Oh yeah, I think you asked about why I traded my vapor, and I said I was going to talk about it on the podcast. Or did I already talk about it? I might have.
Nope, you haven't even told me anything about that. I asked you, and
Okay,
you said, "Oh, I'll save it for the podcast."
okay. So I traded my Viper. I think I talked about it at the last podcast. I bought a Viper. Now I don't have it anymore because I traded it for a Jeep Trackhawk drivetrain. Front Brembo brakes for my Challenger, and a new what is it, like, pulley system.
And I thought you were just gonna say you traded it for a Trackhawk. Like, how the fuck did you get that for a Trackhawk when you bought it for like $1,000?
I got it. Yeah, so that's pretty much what I traded it for.
Yeah, because wasn't the car just like the shell and the engine, and that was it?
Pretty much the interior was kind of really fucked up because it was just
Yeah.
they didn't put it in storage. They just left it out in the rain.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, and like the driver door wouldn't close all the way because there was like some damage to it, the hinge or whatever. So water got in there eventually. So yeah, so I traded that car. Now I got more stuff for the Challenger build. Let's see, how long have we been recording for? We could probably just answer this last one and save the rest for next time. What's the most painful thing you've ever experienced? Actually, let's skip that one. We already talked about this.
Yeah. Let's do the serial killers one then. Let's talk about them.
I don't really have anything to say about them.
I kind of do. Do
Okay.
you ever think? Okay, so do you ever think of the times you could have actually ran into one?
I could be one.
Like just yeah, like
Actually, I
literally.
got a story
I
about serial killers.
oh, do
Okay.
tell, do tell.
So, my I was at my friend's place. This is I think I might have told you this off. No, this was definitely on the podcast. It's the friend that I was house sitting for. No, I told this off. Okay. It's the friend I almost killed. I'll get into that story another time on the podcast. But I was at his house and he's going to college, and there's this like fucking like house party. So we go, and we were there for like, or I was there for a couple hours. He stayed. He spent the night there, but he gave me the keys to go back to his fucking like apartment. And this was in it's either late October or early November, so it was pretty cold outside. And it was like 2 in the morning. And I'm walking, and there's this like chick. I don't. I'm assuming she's at the same party, and she's walking like about 100 feet ahead of me. and I'm looking down at my feet because there's nothing really else to look at other than just a random chick in front of me. And it's like a 10 or not 10. I don't really remember. I think it's like a 20-minute walk back to his place. And I'm in shorts and a t-shirt like I always am. And it's pretty cold, obviously, since it's in fall. So I don't know. I don't know how. Like, okay, so I start running, and it never. And the woman in front of me starts running too, and it never occurs to me that she's running away from me because
Oh,
I'm running because it's cold and I want to get back because I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. So I'm like full on sprinting, and this woman is sprinting too. And we were on a pretty like not kind of country road, but isn't just like one really long road with a couple of houses. And I'm like chasing her for about 10 minutes before she like just runs into the woods and I run past. So yeah, that's pretty much the story.
that's kind of funny actually. Like, the chick just hides in the woods, sees you running right past, not even giving a shit about her. She's just like,
I
wait a minute,
mean,
what is
if I
he
wanted
running
to kill
from?
her, I would have caught her.
Yeah, like if you really wanted to kill her, you probably would have just ran into the woods after her.
It was cold. I wanted to get home. I made it home, and I wonder what happened to that chick. I wonder what she thinks of that night.
I was just like, what the fuck even happened? Yeah.
That's pretty much the only thing I have to talk about that. Do you have something to talk about serial killers? Said you had a
Uh,
story or
no, I
something.
didn't have a story. I was asking you, how often do you think people would probably run into serial killers, like without even knowing?
Probably could have ran into one at Walmart today.
Yeah, literally today, because I was running errands and whatnot. I was like bringing shit back. Like literally, any of the fucking store clerks that I talked to, or anyone I'd literally walked right past, could have been a fucking serial killer for all I knew. Like, wasn't there an FBI statistic saying like, out of like everyone's life, like everyone at least walks past like 30 to like 70 serial killers at least once in their fucking life, or some shit like
Thought it
that.
was murder.
Yeah, or like even if it's not a serial killer, like a murderer, like someone's at least walked by at least 70 people in their life that have killed someone.
I, I probably have.
Yeah, like and it doesn't matter like what it is. Could have been a war, it could have been a murder, could have been a serial killer, like it kidnapping, it could have been anything. Like
And like we'll just never really know unless we
I
outright
know.
ask or find out
Yeah,
on the news
like yeah,
or we're one of
like the
their victims.
fucking dude, I remember which nobody got killed during this, but I remember there was this fucking dude who would always go to my mom's bar because she worked at a bar for a long time. And this one dude was like a regular there and whatnot. And literally nobody knew he was dealing shit, but fucking literally after my mom had quit, like just a couple weeks later, guy got busted for having like $50,000 worth of drugs in the fucking what is it, Max Grill? The fucking grill on Mina Ave.
I I don't know.
Well, he had like $50,000 worth of drugs stashed there, and one of the workers that was working there had found it, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" And it was like fentanyl, meth, and all kinds of other shit. It was like 50 fucking grand worth of it, all inside, and
Jesus.
he ended up getting busted, and nobody fucking knew. Nobody there knew that he was doing that shit. Like I remember, like when I read the article, because I'd seen it pop up on my phone. I read it. Then I showed my mom the picture of the guy that got caught. She's like, "No fucking way!" Like she didn't know that. Like she never knew that guy was ever gonna get caught in that shit. See, that's moral of the story is you don't know what someone's like until you see their true colors. Like that is some real shit.
Yeah, people don't know about like August 12th, like 2017 for me. Nothing
What happened?
particular. Nothing.
Will you
Nothing
tell
at
after the
all.
podcast?
Nothing. Nothing happened. We'll talk about it after.
Okay.
How long have we've been recording for like an hour and a half? We could end it right here if you want. You could probably just save the rest of these for later, for next
Yeah,
podcast.
let's not write anything down so we don't get all caught up in the questions
Actually, I got
for the
one more
next one.
topic I want to put down.
All right. Yeah, last
Okay,
one,
I'll
and
put
then
it
we'll
down.
just fucking last one. And then we'll just fuck off after we film the other podcast. All right. Well,
Uh,
thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you have safe travels on the trail, and you're welcome to come back to the campfire at any point that you want. This was an interesting podcast. This might get us canceled. There's a soundboard again. Vincent, you have anything to say? God damn it. All right. That's the end of this one. Goodbye. Safe travels.